I'm going to show you guys what I do right now to sanitize this, to sanitize these bottles. So I give them a good rinse. I don't know if you can see where it was. It's probably, maybe not. I already pre-rinsed these bottles. So there was a lot of dirt on the outside. So I give them a quick rinse. Take the nozzle off my sink. And I'm just going to fill this sucker up. Now this is full here. Alright. Perfect. I'm going to try and set you guys up here so you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pan, and it's a pretty big pan. We're going to take it, and we're going to fill the outside up. I usually do about halfway. Right there is more than good. More than good on that. Alright. Now, we're going to take vinegar. You don't have to do the vinegar if you don't want to, but I just do a splash. Now, I'm going to do a splash on the outside there. Alright? And the reason I'm doing that is so the glass isn't cloudy. That's all that vinegar is for, is to make sure the glass doesn't get cloudy. So now, we're going to take this whole apparatus over here. Boom. And we're going to put it on the stove. We're going to start it up. Alright, and one thing that I like to do is I like to make sure, see how there's some air in there? I like to fill that up. So I'm just going to take a glass, whatever I have. Now I'm going to pour it in there till it overflows. Perfect. Alright, now we're just going to let that boil. Now a lot of people are saying, a lot of people would say that this is a complete waste of water. It's a complete waste of vinegar. It's a complete waste of energy. I will agree on the energy aspect, because we don't necessarily need to use the hose. We could just use vinegar, but that would be a lot of vinegar. People use vinegar water for all sorts of things. I could take that vinegar water and I can go boiling hot. I can go pour it on weeds outside, and it's going to make sure that I get rid of those weeds. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with that boiling water, unless I don't have enough weeds. Usually then I'll just use the pot full of vinegar water. Otherwise, I can let the gallon jug cool, and once the gallon jug is cool, I can take it and I can go pour it in my plants. I can also put it in another cup. I can put it in something else and use it for something else. We've got fish, we've got cats, we've got birds, we've got kids, we've got plants, we've got everything. All of those things depend on water, so as long as that stuff cools, we can reuse it. So we're not going to be wasting this. We're not just going to be pouring this down the drain. It will be used for other things, and it'll be sanitary. That's the great part. So we're going to let this boil. Now, it is extremely important that you do it in the order that I showed you. You fill up the jug, and I fill up the jug with sink hot water, no hotter than that, and then I fill this up, and then I put it on the stove. If you start this and it's boiling, and you take this, even full or empty, and put it in there, you're going to have an exploding jug on your hands with glass everywhere. Yeah, baby. So, we'll wait for that to boil, and then we'll come back, and I'll show you guys how to deal with the rest of that. And that's our gallon jugs. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And if you have any questions, comment below. We'll talk to you soon.